Rich Patrick and Jeremy, lighting up your night, cutting through the dark with a laser beam. We're really glad you could join the stream. We're the laser makers, we're setting the pace. From engraving to cutting in this high-tech chase, whether wood or metal, glass or stone, we bring the magic right into your home. So gather round wherever you roam, find inspiration in our maker's dome. Subscribe and like, get in the game with Rich Patrick and Jeremy. Remember the names. Ideas light up, projects take form in the maker's realm. Creativity is the norm, so light the beam. Let's start the play with the laser makers, where we create every day.
And here we are.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hey, everybody.
Happy Saturday night to everyone. Hey, Patrick.
How's it
Hello,
going,
Jerry.
Mr.
Hey, Red.
Jeremy.
I'm
Jeremy?
Jeremy, Rich.
Seems like he just left. No, him. No. That guy down there.
Down there.
He was here. He was supposed to be here for a couple of hours. Wound up staying for about 4 days.
Yeah.
Jeremy came down
Talk
to
about uninvited guests. Jeez.
No, he was completely invited.
Squatters,
He came down to
Yeah, that's right.
Jeremy came down to Louisiana to pick up my CO2. So he was wanting the CO2. And as a matter of fact, I have a little video I'll share with you in a couple of minutes of him taking it out of my office.
Himself?
He picked it up by himself, got it out of the office.
Awesome.
No, not really.
I had some help.
So it's been really quiet for the last 2 weeks because we've been sort of going through that project. And then I had to, that CO2, that big CO2 was my storage desk where I kept lasers inside of it and all kinds of things on top of it. So I had to get everything off of it and get it ready to get transported and all. And then Jeremy was here for 3 or 4 days, right, Jeremy? Something like that.
We were only supposed to be there Saturday.
Yeah.
And we got screwed a little bit down there in Texas. And so we stayed with you for till Monday. We left at 1 o'clock Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Yep. But it was a good time. We had fun. We went out and took a ride in the swamp. He saw his alligators, and I think Jerry, the guy that was with him, was fascinated by the geckos.
Yeah.
And I sprained my back a day or two before that.
Different Jerry than that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah,
Not
no,
that
it's my friend from up here in Michigan.
So thank you, Jerry, for being with us tonight. So we've got 4 makers here tonight, and I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to try something that I've never done before because I have the new Lasermatic XW back there, and that is, let's see, which camera is that on? I think it's on 3. That is 4 cutting boards all at the same time. So nice. What I've done here is I've drawn my tool path for 1 and docked it up in the left corner, and then I copied that tool path into an array of 4, and I've got 4 Dollar Tree cutting boards that I did run my material test on to get my settings.
Yes.
Even though I just can't stress enough how important material tests are when you've got a new laser, or even though I've got a library for this already for a different 30 watt, a regular Mark II, any new laser that I get, I'm going to run material tests before I run a job and before I commit to a job. And you can see here, I've got all 4 of them. All I did was dock the first one up in the left corner and put the other 3. And I did learn something about these Dollar Tree cutting boards as well. They're not all exactly the same size. So I'm hoping that this is going to come out. These are the files that I'll be sharing with you tonight. So these are the cutting board files over here. And then I've also got 8 coaster for Father's Day, 8 coaster files as well. And I am prepared for today, which is unusual. So these files are already available on lasermakersrealm.com on the top blog post. So that's lasermakersrealm.com. If you go to the very first blog post, or if you're on my channel, if you go to the description below the video, they are available now. You can download the file and play along with us tonight if you'd like to. So I've already done the one slate coaster when I was dialing in settings. Get this in front of my face. So that's the first one that I did. I'm not going to do these coasters tonight because I've been wanting to do this project on these 4 cutting boards and see how it comes out. I already did one other, and that is this one right here. This is 24 inches.
Nice.
Praying hands. I think this was 1505 or something like that. It's a guy that went out to work for his family, to pay for his brother to go to school. And when his brother finished school and came back and said, I think his name was Gruen or something like that. When his brother finished school and he came back from years working in the mines, his brother said, now it's time for you to go to school. And he said, no, I can't, because every finger in these hands have been broken. So that's like a little backstory on that one. But anyway, that's 23 inches tall. And I did that on the Lasermatic. In fact, I did a video on it on my channel as well. And so I'm going to get started with this file now. I'm going to turn the machine on and get started. Welcome, everybody. As soon as I get back and get the job running, I'm going to run through the comments and say hello to everybody. Oh, I see Kate Beasley is here. Hello, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
I wanted to take a moment, if I could, to talk about Kate. So Kate has...
Oh, are we going to get all the dirt? I want to hear all the good stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Kate has multiple hobbies. And I got a package in the mail this week from her of dish towels. And she knows that one of my favorite things, like what you see behind me on top of the Lasermatic, are gnomes. So she sent me these embroidered dish towels. So there's 3 gnomes. My wife tried to grab these out of my hand and didn't want me to bring them out here to the shop. She said I was going to get them dirty. And here's 3 more on another one.
They're nice.
I just can't tell you how excited I was when I opened this package. And then there's a gnome on an alligator. Really,
Kate, those are awesome.
Really cool stuff. Thank you so much, Kate. I can't tell you how much we appreciate this. And now you'll never see those again, because in about 2 hours, they're going to be gone forever. They'll be hanging in the kitchen. So anyway, really nice job, Kate. Those came out fantastic. I mean, I love embroidered stuff. I actually bought my daughter-in-law, who lives next door, a very expensive embroidery machine for last Christmas. And in fact, Patrick knows, she was supposed to make us Lasermakers LMR shirts. And I've never seen the first one yet. So Anyway, I am going to get set up over here if somebody else wants to talk about what they've been doing. Let me show you what a little quick clip of Jerry and Jeremy when they came to get the laser. And here we go.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, here we go. Somehow I think this is going to be a comedy act. What do you think, Jerry? That was fun. That actually took a long time. It took like 25, 30 minutes, something like that.
I think the longest part of it was trying to get four different feet and cut casters off the bottom of that thing.
And I just did a video here. I cut this out. When did I cut this out? Last week? Well, anyway, I just did a video on my YouTube channel. This is for my wife, and I'm going to make another one tonight. So I'll be working on it. It's like 13 layers total. It's a file off Etsy. They're anywhere from $6 to $9. And you just, cut out all the layers and paint what you want to paint. Glue it all together, super glue. And that's what I'll be doing tonight.
That's a big glue up job right there.
Wow. That's a cool looking clock.
It was kind of stressful getting that done.
Yeah.
It took me a few days because I'd done so much on it, and then I got tired of it and turned off the camera. So when you watch a video, you'll notice I changed shirts like 3 times.
I did notice that, as a matter of fact, when I was watching the video. I was like, how long did Jerry take to do this? Anyway, we'll be getting to the comments in just a moment. So
I got a preview of what my next video is going to be.
Okay.
If you want to pop me full screen, or I can do it myself.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Okay.
Thank you, V.
Oh, license plate. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that filled?
So I used the file that Rich has available on his forum for the license plate template. And then what I did is I actually, let me see. Oh, I had flashlight here. I was going to shine it through the back.
Thank you, Pop Moose.
What I did is I epoxy filled it.
Oh, okay.
So I used like 6 drops of blue and then mixed the epoxy, let it set. I can get this to the USB. I'll have a light. Power. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah. I like it.
So this is a cool epoxy fill license plate.
Yeah,
Cut
he's
out of
putting it
acrylic
he's putting
on
it
the
the floor.
Lasermatic. It's 1/4 inch acrylic.
I said, but you're putting it on a Ford.
I don't even have a front license plate holder on that thing, so I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll do something. And then what I'm working on right now is for my dad. He's going to be giving it to obviously a firefighter, and that is this full-size fire axe.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So that's done on the 120 watt. I'm running it on the 120 watt with a 400 millimeter lens. That way I don't have to worry about the curves, and I can do the whole thing at once.
You gonna do a video on that?
On
He's
this,
doing it tonight.
yeah, it's here. I'm not going to have settings for it because I'm going to tweak the collar to make it look exactly how I want it. And normally I just make those settings up as I go with this 400 lens.
Okay. That's
But
beautiful.
definitely the acrylic.
So my project is going to take 1 hour and 19 minutes according to Lightburn. And as you can see, I've got 4 cutting boards here. I've never done this before. I'm going on faith. I docked this first one up in the left corner, and then I just put them side by side next to each other. So I am, and you can see I've got it set up in the laser. In fact, let me turn that on.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that.
It'll work. I do 10 or 12 dog tags at once by docking them and putting them all in line. So I got
but this is with no jig.
Yeah.
So They were just laid on the top left corner of the Lasermatic.
Oh, gotcha.
No jig at all. So I'm going to just, in case anyone's interested, when I did this test on here, I chose 15. I didn't know. I went higher. No, I did 15,088 power. So right about there on the board. And I need to run another test on bamboo because this is like, there's not much of a difference here. So I could have went all the way up to like 25,000, but I'll run another test at another time. I'm just going to go with the 15,088 power and keep my fingers crossed. Everybody, keep your fingers crossed that this is going to work. I've got 4 cutting boards on there. So here we go. And there it starts. There it begins. So that will be running this job for the next hour and 19 minutes. And if all goes well, at the end of this live stream, I will show you 4 cutting boards. Again, the templates that I've got, the 4 cutting boards and the 368 coasters are available now. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, it's in the description. You can follow along with us. If you're watching from one of the other channels that we're broadcasting to, you can go to lasermakersrealm.com, and it's the first blog post. I forgot to turn my air extraction on. So I have removed the fan from the Lasermatic, and that video will be on my channel tomorrow, testing the different wind speed with the factory fan and the inline, and the inline only, and there is a dramatic difference between them. So that video will be posting up tomorrow morning on YouTube.
I'll be sure to watch it the minute I wake up. I grab a Monster Energy drink, sat on the couch, turn on the TV, and I watch YouTube.
I think I have it set to like 9 or 10 in the morning.
Okay.
Who is that in full screen? Jeremy?
I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, that was me.
You guys don't have to move the screens. It's good the way it is. There we go.
It moved it on
I can tell Jerry because he's got himself in the corner there.
That's how fast 3 dog tags are done on the fiber laser. That's quick.
Hello,
Okay,
everybody in
so
the chat.
I'm going to go back up to the top and say, I don't even know if Dan is still here, but this is like 8 hours ago. Dan was here saying hello. And 7 hours ago, Terry Lee Bailey. And I don't know if Jan is still here from Germany, but I hope you still are anyway. I'm just going to run through all these. Hi, Jim. Dale is here from Florida. Chicago Bob is here.
Dan's
Chicago
still here.
Bob.
Chicago Bob sent me something that I use every day. So this little notepad with a sticky pen and a little nice note on the back. Thank you again for that, Bob. I use that every day.
Is Chuck here?
Chuck
I
Ford?
want to say thanks to Chuck
Corbett?
Weaver or Wheeler. Chuck Wheeler.
Chuck Wheeler. Okay. Chuck Forbes is here.
Hey,
William
Chuck.
is here. Dave. Tony. Kevin. Kevin is one of our channel members, as you can see by the little green thing there in the corner.
Thank you,
Kevin.
channel member, and all channel members.
Hello from Michigan. That's where Jeremy is. Hey, Jim. Pop is here. Scott Johnson from Nebraska.
I was born in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Robert Law. Laser of Love Creations is here. Roger Court. Coin Acre Woodworks. I don't think I've seen that one before. Western New York.
Cane Acre.
Huh? Cane Acre.
Yeah, that's the new one. Cane
Yeah.
Acre. Welcome. Thank you for
welcome
being
aboard.
here.
For any of those people that are new here, we do have replays of all of this on our blog, lasermakersrealm.com. And you might want to go back and find some of the older files as well. Louis is here from Athens, Georgia. Clayton from Oahu. I just found out something I never knew about Hawaii. There's a private island there. The furthest island, the smallest island, is actually private, owned by one family. Steve Wright is here from Reno. Robert Gibbons, welcome from England.
Probably Reno, Nevada.
Huh? Oh, yeah, Nevada. What did I say? England?
No, you said Reno, but I'm thinking it could be anywhere, but I'm thinking it's probably Nevada.
Yeah, it's likely Nevada. Thomas Haggerty is here from New Jersey. Tony from Kansas. Jim from Wichita. Welcome, Jim. James from Ozark, Alabama. Joe from North Carolina. Christy, another one of our channel members from Stone Mountain, Georgia. I love that place. I mean, that's really impressive, Stone Mountain. I didn't know it was private, privately owned. V is here. Hello, V.
Howdy.
Gwen is here from Galliano, Louisiana. Hi, Gwen. Not too far from me.
Here we go.
Jim is here from North Carolina. Robert Combs. Steve Smith is here from Oregon. Hey, Steve. Clayton is here from Hawaii, Oahu. Oh, did I already put him up? HVAC A to Z
Sergio.
is here.
Sergio.
Sergio was
Sergio.
saying, he was saying something a little later on about it was a big trailer for a little job, but that they also had to pick up a car in Houston.
Yeah, the car was 17'9".
Yeah.
So we had plenty of room.
The video toaster.
Paul Hunter. Before I forget, I'll be in Parkersburg on Monday. You'll get to him, but I didn't want to forget to make a comment.
No, it's okay. I'm just popping these up, saying welcome to everybody.
Was the car cinched down in the trailer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. We got tie
Well, maybe-
downs everywhere in there.
You slam on the brakes and it takes
Jack.
out your
What's up, Jack?
laser.
And Jack is always here. Jack is in every live stream
Jack.
that takes place on YouTube. Every single one. I don't think he's ever missed a live stream from anybody. Hey, Rob.
Hello?
Rob Sandstorm is actually getting very good at YouTube. He puts out a lot of good videos. Rob Sandstorm Designs. Go check him out on YouTube. Edward is here from Orlando.
And I should have engraved before I cut, but I forgot to switch layers.
And HVAC A to Z says he would drive down for a CO2. They're already coming down. And so
Yeah, I'm in Vegas. I'd consider it.
checking in from Arizona. EJ says which CO2? The 80 watt that you saw in the opening video, the one that I played earlier.
We got 3,436 miles or something like that under our belts for that round trip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So
that was a heck of a trip for you guys. Well,
How
at
many
least you
times
got
do you have to
a
fill
couple
up?
of days rest in between.
How many times you have to fill up the truck?
I have no idea. It times pi to the third degree, I think. I don't know.
All right.
It's a lot. It was a V10 gasser, so yeah, you figure that one out.
All right.
Clayton saying that he loved that file. I'm guessing that you're talking about the Praying Hands file. Sean is here from Virginia. Laser of Love Creation says, Patrick, that axe is amazing.
Yep. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Let's see that.
Patrick does beautiful work. And I'm learning.
Chuck. Good evening, Chuck.
Hello, Chuck.
Tim is
Howdy.
here from Madison,
Tim?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Wendy is
Hello,
our
Wendy.
moderator in the comments
Hi,
area.
Wendy.
Thank you for being with us.
Hello, Wendy.
Do y'all ever get a Home laser system? Not me.
Not familiar with it.
My home has a few lasers, but not a Eurahome.
Home has a few lasers? Oh, wow.
Maya Shapa has a
Jason from North Carolina.
Hey, Jason.
Dave from Jackson, Tennessee.
Knoxville.
What did I
Jack-
say?
Hey, Dan.
Knoxville.
Dave
Sorry,
from Jackson, Tennessee.
His last name is Jackson. Yeah. Dennis is here from Southern Indiana. Who's your guy? Papa 20 is here from Montana. So now we have a Papa and a Papa here. John Bullock made it
Hello,
20
John.
live streams for once. Well, welcome, John.
Welcome in.
Welcome
Chip, howdy
aboard.
from West Central Florida. Tiffany from Northwest Indiana.
Howdy.
Yeah, I've heard of Eurahome, but I don't know anything about them. I don't think anybody does really. I know they're pretty popular, but never had one.
They have looks like a diode, a CO2, and a 30-watt fiber. The fiber is sold out.
And this was the guy that you saw in the video earlier with Jeremy that got pinned in the corner of the trailer.
Hello, Jerry. I'm Jerry.
Jerry, meet Jerry. Hello, James. Good evening.
Howdy.
Yeah, right. Pop up. Those dish towels are absolutely amazing. They came out really, really nice.
Those are incredible, actually. I like those.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Sean, it's up to the manufacturer to send out samples to people that are creators on YouTube. Otherwise, they're not going to get very popular.
Well, maybe they need to send Sean a couple lasers and have him do some reviews on them.
Oh, yeah, there's the comment that he made earlier. Overkill size trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to pick up a Lexus from Japan down in Houston. So it was just the right size.
Yep.
Thanks
V
very much.
is, yeah, okay. Greg is
I'm
here.
on Etsy. I'm on Etsy right now looking for another one to do a video on. Trying to find something really cool for the next video.
Pop-Up says he really likes it because he's a clock person. Woodworker Gene. I don't think I've seen that name before either. Welcome.
He's been
Made
in a
better-
couple of streams.
Yeah, his name
Made
looks
better
familiar.
with knowledge. Well, my mind is half gone anyway. Awesome projects. Patrick, made better with knowledge.
Thank you very much.
Greg is here from Northeast Ohio. Nice license plate, Patrick.
Thank you.
Jason says he loves the axe.
Thank you,
Hey, Bob.
Jason.
Dale Pfeiffer from Down Under. Hi, guys. Using Lightburn. The time shown in the project preview is not the actual time. Job is always longer. Yeah, so with the laser on, if you go over to the wrench and screwdriver icon up on top of the screen, and then click on the tab that says Additional Settings, you'll see a button there that says Read from Controller. And Lightburn will read all of the settings from your control board. And that's never an absolute number. It's always just a guess. but you'll get a much better guess if you read the settings from the control book. Rick is here from Iowa.
Oh, Rick.
Dan is still here.
Hey, Dan.
Dan's been here for about 11 hours now.
That's funny.
Rich, did you ever get me email for that corner? Yeah, I've got it. So I've had a lot going on recently. I had Jeremy coming down for the laser. I replied to you in the email. I did get it. I gave yours away because you didn't contact me for like a week. But yeah, so that will go out. I've got 3 packages going out Monday morning. Yours will be one of them. Yes. Any advice on working with bamboo? I don't use it a lot, and I get asked a lot of questions. The best thing that you can do when you're working with bamboo is a material test to find out how it's going to come out. And still, even with that material test, bamboo is made up of all different pieces of bamboo, and every one of them has their own properties. So
borax and water helps too.
yeah, I don't use that at all, but that makes it black. And yeah, but you can get a very dark black on your own without borax and water. But I don't. There's no way to get a perfect engraving on bamboo. It's just like all the different pieces of bamboo are always going to engrave slightly differently. Every part where it's glued together.
White oak is kind of the same. That big whiskey barrel top that I did, it had kind of some bamboo-ish properties when I was done with it.
Hello to Belize.
Howdy.
Carl is here from Tampa. Hey, Carl. James says, I use stainless dog tags for my Lasermatic, Jeremy. Of course, it takes longer. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. By the way, my stainless dog tags on here are a little slower than that too, because I get a really good black mark on it without warping it. So that was just taking anodizing off at 5,000 millimeters a second.
Yep. And Chuck is here.
I've got another. Hey, Chuck, how's it going? I've got another fascinating live edge piece that I've got it engraved this week.
That's a beautiful piece of wood.
Wow.
And I can't remember what kind of wood it is. I even went
It
and
looks
picked
like
it up.
salted maple.
No, it's not spalted. It's the particular kind of wood it is has that like greenish blue hue to it.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
Is that popple?
Yeah.
No, that's not popple. The grain. Well, it might be. Popple has a lot of green.
I don't recognize the grain on that as anything.
No. My wife will remember. Let me ask her. I'll send her a message and then hopefully hear back.
Made Better with Knowledge says it could be spalted beech, and that is a possibility.
That's
James
not what it is
from
either.
Central Texas. Omaha, Nebraska.
Although that's spalted beech, and there's no green or blue in it.
No, this isn't spalted. There's no fungus in it.
Sunny Space Coast in Florida. St. Lucia. Steve from Columbus, Ohio. DT Laser Works. Michael says, got my new Mark 30 up and running yesterday. Mark 230 up and running yesterday. She's a beast. Yeah. Cut through 16 millimeter pine, 40 millimeter circles, and 6 quick passes. I did the pine in about 3 passes. And, 16 millimeter. Never mind. I did 10
Rich.
millimeter.
Kate just sent me a picture she wants me to share. Can I share it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. I'm not sure what this material, I'm not sure if this is a rug or not, but it's beautiful. Kate in chat will have to tell us what it is. Well, I can see what it is, praying hands, but it looks like it's a rug, doesn't it?
That looks like a charcoal drawing,
Yeah.
like a piece of artwork.
Yeah, I think it's a rug.
Yeah, that's the story I was telling earlier.
Really nice, Kate.
She says sycamore wood, Patrick.
Oh, you know what?
Ambrosia maple.
Yeah, it does look
Ambrosia
like
maple.
sycamore.
Yeah.
It does look like sycamore. Wow, it's going to
It's-
take half the night to get through saying hello to everybody. We've got
it's
173 people with us right now. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Ambrosia maple, if you didn't hear me.
Yes. Oh, ambrosia maple. Okay. Wow, I've never seen maple with blue in it before. Hey,
I
Nipa.
knew my wife would remember.
Thank you, Jim. Yes, everybody, please like and subscribe. Oh, let me run a banner.
Smash that.
Put
Smash
up
that like button.
our hosts.
It's almost like roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah.
This is
Smash
a great
that
comment.
Beautiful like button.
I've been in the HVAC business for 42 years. I'm still learning things. That's absolutely true. If you're not learning things, then you know, something wrong there. Carl from Central Texas. Nancy is here from Miami, Florida. Welcome.
Well, I
If
just
you're talking
learned that. I
Just
just
talk
learned
about here, Carl. Yeah, it's been raining for 3 days.
Yeah, we left just in time.
Tim from Tennessee.
The project for this ambrosia maple is going to be basically a plaque for the mantle of a fireplace, and it's going to say like happy 20th anniversary, the date, and the names.
Gwen has a question for you there, Patrick.
No, it's just straight up steel. I cleaned off the red paint and then went over it with a 120 grit flap disc, and then kind of sanded that off with a 220 for a little bit. I wasn't really worried about getting all the sand marks out of it. I wasn't polishing it, and that's all I did.
He's wasting a lot of time making that clock with those settings. Yeah, you mean because he's not using offset fill? Let's see. Miley on Disney. Any idea why my Chinese K40 homes to the front left, not the back left? Yeah, because if you're using Lightburn, you have to change your settings and choose the rear left as the origin. You may have the front left chosen in your settings. I don't know if you're using Lightburn or not, but Paul is saying, Patrick, he'll send you an email.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll be working, but you're more than welcome to stop by my work and chat. I'll be at Sam's in Vienna
Yes, Sean, there is.
Monday
We
afternoon.
are on every other Saturday night at 8:30 Eastern time. If you go to lasermakersrealm.com, right there on the front page, you'll see where you can sign up for email notifications. You'll get an email either the day before or the day of the live stream to remind you. Nipa says the axe is beautiful.
Thank you. I'm going to get you a close-up view here in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a link to an engravable license plate? I have a license plate template on my forum. Whatever you do with it, you do with it. So you can
I
use
just
the
went to.
template. You can use the
I have
template.
a link. I have a link to license plates that I prefer from Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the aluminum, anodized aluminum ones? I see. I get it now. Still waiting on your video on painting laser projects. I'm not sure which one. Painting laser projects. I'm not sure what that was.
I don't remember either.
I don't recall
It's not
talking about
me. I hate
painting
painting.
laser projects.
Your painted wood, your dream catcher stuff, your painted wood.
Oh, I did a video on painted wood, yeah, with the dream catchers. Pop-Up is saying that the time estimates on the X tool were way off, but the Tour is pretty accurate. Yeah, X tool doesn't play well with software that's outside their ecosystem. So there's lots of things that it doesn't do well in Lightburn, and that's one of them is share control board settings. Patrick, your axe is looking amazing.
Thank you. I remember when my wife used to tell me I had a nice axe.
I don't have my stream deck turned on, but I had a button for that one. Anyway, drum roll. Symbol.
Laser of Love Creation says, I was sick with a lung infection for 3 weeks. No worries, please. No need to send it. Thank you. I guess that's to Patrick.
No card and camera, Patrick. Here we go. Now
Yeah, I
it's working.
accidentally hit a button.
Yes, Greg. Slower and hotter will get you really even results on bamboo because it just burns it up so much. Would it help to engrave with the grain on bamboo or any wood? No, I actually like to go against the grain.
Yeah, if you go against the grain, you're better chance of burning down that hard part between the soft pitch of the pine or whatever lumber you're doing. That oak,
Oh, I guess that email Kate's talking about is that picture.
Yeah, that's the one I showed.
Yeah, that barrel top I did when I was done with it. I went over it. Actually, I left it sitting right on the laser after that last live stream, and the next day I went over it again to get it deeper, and it looked like a sandblasted sign when it was done. It was so cool.
Thank you, Russ. I'll check them out. I just posted my email in chat. Thank you. I'll check them out. Probably do a video on them, depending on what they are.
V-Rich is here from Joyzy.
And if I would have had that camera on full screen, you could have saw what happens when you
Rick,
accidentally
hello.
put your LED ring light underneath your fiber laser. Pretty
Howdy,
nice
howdy,
flash of
howdy,
fire
howdy.
and a little burst of smoke.
Pop says he loves the praying hands. I'm going to show that again because this was my second. I say this was my first project, but it was really my second. 23 inches on the Lasermatic XW. Can't even fit it in the screen. Came out really nice. Actually, my first project was for Jeremy while he was here. I made 2. What did I make?
Amazing
Jeremy?
Grace crosses.
Amazing Grace crosses. Yeah, I made 2 of them on painted wood for Jeremy, one for Jerry, both at the same time.
You just because you needed to use that thing because you hadn't done anything with it yet.
Yeah, that's right.
It wasn't even dirty.
Do you have that handy to show everybody?
It is in the house.
Oh, okay. It's all right.
And the reason why I accidentally put my LED light underneath the fiber laser is you can see here's the Mon port with the 200 lens on it. The Mon port 200. And here's the focus stick. So it's almost hitting the bottom, right? The base. This is the focal stick for the 400 millimeter lens.
Yeah. Twice the size.
Okay. So there's the 400 versus 200. So if you look here, you'll see the 400. It's in focus on top of the axe, but you're looking at that distance right there.
Yeah, how much does that
So
cost to
it's
get
easy.
them
It's easy to pass stuff up under there because it's not right in front of your face. If that was.
How much does that cost to have them laser engraved from the space station? 400 lenses up there.
Oh,
Dale,
way up
I've got mine at 15,000, Dale.
I mean, I need some rigging set up to keep this thing from swaying in the wind.
Pop, I was biting my tongue to say that all night.
Edward, yeah, I've used Brilliance. I've used several of the colors. It works pretty well with the CO2 anyway. I haven't tried it on anything else. I think I did try it on the Lasermatic 10 once.
I've used it with the fiber laser and CO2 laser. Works well. I used it with the fiber laser to get a black mark on a skull.
We have
used it
new
with
videos
black.
coming out every week. So in the near future, I've got one tomorrow on testing wind speed with an anemometer for the exhaust with this factory fan, with an inline fan and a factory fan, and with no restriction, just the inline fan.
That is an excellent question for me because there's so much stuff out there. I don't know what to do next. So if anybody has any ideas, fiber, diode, the CO2 is not going to be up and running for a little bit yet. Any tips and trick videos, anything to do with maintenance, anything like that, just give me some ideas and I'll do something. I've been running around like crazy and I just brain fog hard.
Kate. Thank you, Kate.
Wow.
Kate, thank you so much for that donation. We really, really appreciate that. Yeah, this one is running about 2 to 3 millimeters out of focus, raised up on these cutting boards behind me. And I'm running it faster so that I can get it done during the stream. I should be running it slower to get a darker burn, but it is what it is. Claude says he's trying to engrave the lines on a cribbage board, but my board is 17 inches long. And okay, so yeah, you can go to Lightburn software on YouTube and type in the search for print, and you'll get a video on print and cut. So you can do it in 2 pieces.
You may be able to put it in diagonally and make it work that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use diagonal on the fiber laser all the time just to make things fit.
Yeah.
No, Tim, this was just a regular engraving. Let's see if I can get it in the camera. Let me make this a little bigger. Hang on.
There's no such thing as a regular engraving when it's engraved by the LA Hobby Guy.
Okay. This was all engraved. All 23 inches of it. Engraved and cut. And it actually did a superb job on this. This was Luan. So this is Luan from Lowe's.
So when you showed it to your wife, the first thing she said is, "Wow, that's big. That's big, right?"
My wife hasn't seen that one yet, actually.
Oh, okay.
Why does the whiteboard material spark during the first pass under a diode? I think lots of materials spark under a diode, but that's probably some kind of reaction that it's having with the coating, whatever the coating is.
Yeah.
My last message was written for you. No need to send the prize of the cornhole. I was delayed in emailing you to. Oh, well, I'm going to put it in the mail anyway because I've already got. I print my own labels, and so I've already paid for the label, and it's already on the package, and the package is already sealed. So I've got 4 packages going out Monday. Rather than cancel the shipping, I'll just go ahead and put that in the mail with everything else. Thank you, though. Why do you engrave out of focus? It spreads out the laser beam a little bit especially when you're doing something like bamboo. When you're doing bamboo or Luan or something like that, that's really grainy. If you raise up the focus a little bit out of focus, it'll spread out the beam, and that's pretty much the reason why you do it. You sometimes get a really a darker burn as well. Is Luan the same as
Yes and no. It depends on what part of the country you come from.
Yeah.
There are some underlayments that are built different than Luan, but up here we call Luan underlayment.
When is the next recipe? As soon as I get to. I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm backed up on right now. It's probably not going to be for about another 60 days, and I have a conference that I'm going to at the end of the month, so I think everything is backed up right now. And then with getting that laser out of the shop, that killed 3 or 4 days right there.
I bought some chalkboard material at Lowe's, like 2x4, and it was really beautiful. It was reasonably priced, but when I cut it, it had nylon string in it. It actually had string in it, so it's like I can't use this stuff.
Can diode laser do anything over? Not really. No. Oh, Kate's saying that that picture she sent you was something she embroidered.
Okay, that's why it looked like it was rug. It's cloth. Okay, very nice.
Yeah, it's the same. It's from the same artist from the 1500s that I got the image from. Key is saying, I did the praying hands last night. How can I modify the cross with lettering or design? All you have to do is on the same letter, on the same layer, the black layer, if you got it from me, just type out some letters and put it in there. It'll automatically relieve them. So just type some text and drag it over onto the cross. Toronto. My brother-in-law lives in Toronto. I think my wife is going there soon. Is the LMR going to LBX in New York? Not decided yet, Wendy.
They should come to Vegas so I can go.
I probably won't go.
I'll be going.
I'll probably have to go this time.
James just finished his stainless water bottle on the Lasermatic. Awesome.
I made that sound exciting, didn't I?
I'll go in 2 years, and I'm jumping up and down happy.
Hey, Sharon. Barry is here from Queensland, Australia.
Well, that'll give me an excuse to go see one of my friends over there in New York.
I think get you a better camera and some better lighting.
Pop, it hasn't been announced yet. They just announced the date and place, but they don't know the venue or any of that stuff yet. So they'll make a formal announcement on their website when they know for sure, when they book the venue. It's the next, Rob, it's going to be 2025. In 2025.
That's a lot of
Yes,
great
it was.
camera.
I had a good time at the last convention.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching all the videos from everybody.
Well, I'm going to take a look at what's going on over there.
Not the greatest camera angle, but it's going to be primarily black with some gold.
Well, the first two are coming out perfect, side by side. And they are a little light in places. I should have went lower on the power. So you see, that's what I'm talking about. When I set mine up initially, 15,088 power. I did that from this test grid that I ran, and those boards that are on there are completely different. But the lineup is perfect.
Yeah, Sharon, I'm almost there. I'm almost back to 100%. I got a show both days this weekend. It was today from 9 to 5, and I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be out here tonight, but yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, Rob, at LBX. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I framed it and I was watching the laser, so.
Do you have to put something on the axe so it doesn't rust?
So far, I've had most of my axes not rust.
Most
No
of your
matter
what?
what, most of my axes not rust, no matter what shades I've left on. I even have the ammo can that I did when Jeremy and I did the ammo cans on the live stream. Yeah. It has all different shades on it, and it has it still on.
Yeah, if you had a problem with rust, you could just put some oil on it. If that was an issue.
Yeah. If it's going to be a showpiece, I'll clear coat it. Like if it's going to hang on a wall, it's going to get a clear coat anyway.
Yeah.
Just
As
to make sure.
As you can see, I am on cutting board number 3. And there's no jig here, by the way. So these were all just laid on side by side. And what is Jerry doing down there? Oh, he's doing his clock.
Yeah, I'll do another one. And then when I get done with this one, I'll get it painted up. My wife can choose which one she likes the best.
Oh, you won't be finished with that for a whole day.
Yeah. I mean, if it was for a customer, I had to get it done. I could bang it out in an hour and a half, but I get lazy. So I watch Netflix too much.
I thought it wasn't it 12 layers?
With the 3 on the back, like 13 total.
Yeah. I don't see doing
3
that.
rings on the back. Yeah.
Sounds like that's an all day project for me.
I'm going to show you guys these scrolls that are going on this axe. It is not just scrolls, but they're flaming scrolls. So they have some flame.
Oh, that's cool.
Decorations in there. So it fits the firefighter axe theme very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the date, Mark, but I don't think they have the venue yet.
So there's a little better camera angle finally.
Why did you use framing and finger nudge? Why did you use framing and finger nudge on your past 2 runs? Eddie, I didn't use anything. There's no finger nudge or framing or anything.
Talking about me on my work when I put more down. I'm
Oh,
just dragging a new pattern in. They're off to the left of my work area. I bring in a pattern one at a time. They're not exactly in the same spot, so I've got to adjust the wood or the, the material and frame it. And I'm not originally. I went in the top left corner when I done the first clock. But because I have over scanning, I realized real quick that won't work because I hit my end stop. So then I just moved the wood down in the center.
Ed,
So,
the science behind getting the different colors is to temper the metal. So if you look at a steel tempering chart and it shows you at what temperature it turns a certain shade, then that's basically what you're fine tuning your laser settings to do, is achieve the optimal temperature to bring out that color in the steel.
Where might you find a chart like that?
You could just Google it. You'll find one. Here, I'll pull
Wendy
it up here.
found that they do have the venue. It's the Metropolitan Pavilion. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, the best way is always to go to Lightburn's website. And you're right, Jerry. That last question was directed to you.
Yeah.
Which one?
No,
No, that'll be
here's
moving
one for
on.
you. What will be the final depth of the axe head engraving?
I don't know. Oh,
It's
what?
not gonna
Did I
be
take
much.
a question from Jerry?
No, I no.
Okay,
They put a question to me that was meant for Jerry.
gotcha. There's the tempering colors chart.
So what?
The tempering chart.
Can you share that link in chat if anybody wants it, like me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that he's doing that on the fiber.
Yeah, this is the fiber laser. So basically, the hotter you get the metal, the more blue it's going to become. And lower temperature is in the yellow range. And then right in the middle is that sweet spot where people get the reds. So
Nancy
basically,
said
you just have
to send her one of those.
tune your settings. What's that?
Nancy says you have to send her one of those. Her daughter's a firefighter.
Oh, okay. I can make another one.
That address, if you want to see that chart, is in the comments. Well, thanks for joining us, Sean. Glad you came with us. So just really quickly again, for those people who don't know, our website is lasermakersrealm.com. So if you go there to lasermakersrealm.com, you will find a place where you can subscribe and get notified when we have a live stream. So all you have to do is enter your email address and hit submit. That's it. And you'll go into our notification service. And we do a live stream every 2 weeks on Saturday night. And you can get notified right there.
Can I share a screen, Rich?
What's that? Hang on a second. Yeah.
Here's what I'm doing. I'm dragging and dropping from the left to the right. And when it gets done, I'll just pick this up, put it back where I got it, and then I'll bottom left, right corner, I'll highlight the next project, drag it over to my bed. That's why I have to line up the wood. I may not drop it exactly in the same spot. So that's why I'm doing it that way.
If you drop that at 00, Jerry, just click bottom left corner. It'll always be in the same spot.
And then if it overscans, I'll hit my end stop on the left. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's overscanning on a lot of these, the way the files were designed off Etsy. I didn't change the settings. I just changed 2 passes on cutting from 1. But sometimes you get lucky and find files that just work. You don't have to change a lot of stuff.
No, I didn't, Kate. Let me scroll back up. It's There's a lot going on in the comments here. No, can you? Okay, do you only use Lightburn to design, or do you use a program? Okay, everything I do now is in Lightburn, has been for the last year. Although I am bringing in a lot of graphics that I've gotten off of old hard drive when I was doing graphics only a few years ago. So, but I fixed them in Lightburn. Now I've got to get back down again. There we go. Wendy put it in there for me. Lasermakersrealm.com is where you'll find all of the live streams that we've done in the past. It's a blog website. You can get notified of upcoming just by entering into put your email address in our notification service and hit submit, or you can go back and view any of the other live streams and gather up some of the other projects that we've shared as well. Right underneath the blog post, there'll be a link to the download. Right now, the download's there. It's already available for tonight for the cutting boards and the coasters. And it's also available on my channel in the description of the video. Eddie is asking how many passes you're intending to run on that axe head.
That's a good question. On the scroll design, I'm probably going to run at least 100 total. And then on the inner pattern of the scrolls, the negative space, that'll probably be about 20. And then I'm running probably about 100 on the Maltese cross as well.
Let's see. Seabird 504. That sounds like a very familiar area code. Moved to Texas. Just started following. Exciting to learn. Live so close to the home I'm originally from. Yeah, I am just south of New Orleans on the other side of the bridge in Marrero.
And I was just in Texas for 4 days.
You were here too.
I was over there too for 4 days.
You were in Texas for 1 day. You were here for 4.
Yeah. It seemed
yeah,
like
they're not coming out perfect, the cutting boards, but they never do. The bamboo boards never do, unless I go really slow, and we didn't have time in this stream. So we only have an hour and a half to get the project done, and this is going to come in right under that hour and a half. So that's why I speeded it up a little bit too. Kate says she's looking for a program that I can use with Lightburn to make miniature dollhouse furniture. Yeah, I don't know. I can't help you with that, Kate.
You're welcome, Eddie. I don't remember what the question was, but apparently I answered it.
I'm off. Okay, 2:30 a.m. Well, thanks for staying for as long as you did.
Take
Much
care.
appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks.
It feels like it's 2:30 for me right now.
With Bill shaking faster on the clock.
Probably
yeah,
not.
probably, but no.
Probably not. No,
I just
probably
left it the way I got up from that seat. I'm just running with it.
Yeah.
Well,
I would probably do that in an offset fill, though. The outside
Etsy's
part
not gonna make your settings, though.
Let's see. Eddie says, I only have a 35-watt ohm tech that I'm very happy with. Been considering a fiber laser, but only a hobbyist. I didn't know that ohm tech made a 35-watt.
I didn't either. Interesting.
Eddie's saying the workpiece location question.
Okay, I don't remember. Maybe you answered that one.
Yeah, it's still early in Hawaii. 3:42.
Oh, Jerry. That was Jerry's question. Why he did the nudge thing. Okay.
So, guys, this is my very first attempt on the XW. I haven't had time to really use it very much. all I did was the initial video setting it up, and then I did my first project on it was for Jeremy when he visited last week, and I made the
Amazing
Grace Amazing Grace crosses. One for him, one for Jerry, and I did those both at the same time. And then I did the praying hands cross, and this is the next project. So really, really happy with the way this is coming out. I mean, I can sit here and work, and I have on this screen over here, I've got the picture of the Lasermatic back there, and I can watch it from there and work from here, and I can run 4 cutting boards at one time if I wanted to. And that's what I'm proving to myself tonight by running these 4. And it looks like they're all coming out perfectly positioned. And there's no jig, no anything. All I did was dock it up in the corner and put them side by side.
Hey, Patrick.
The jig is in light burn. So
yeah,
it's just a tool path.
Do you have that wooden dragon that you've done in layers on wood depth map? Do you have that handy? You got a question coming up here asking about it.
I don't. I don't even know where I put that thing.
All right.
If you're talking about a depth map here, it is possible, but it takes a lot of work to the image. I've seen. I saw someone on YouTube that did one with 26 layers on wood.
Here's one example I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, V.
I gotta find myself.
I wasn't even sure if I was going to be on tonight because of this last week and then today.
Yeah, Jeremy wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, what I did, I just did a couple of quick Father's Day dog tags on my fiber laser. Let me see if I can.
No, Kate. No, I don't think so. Not from what I've heard anyway.
A little too dark. Oh,
sorry. Go ahead. Get me off there.
there's a.
Yeah, so that's what I did.
Well, bring it back up right after this. Then here's another one I did. I was testing out walnut with the 3D engraving with the grayscale.
Yeah.
So you see that actually does have some depth to it. Now it needs a little sanding.
But I think he was talking about the 3D. Where you do all of your different shading on different layers. But yeah, you can do depth on anything. I could do depth on the bamboo.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was talking about.
Thank you, V.
I know. All right, you can go back to Jeremy's. I did that 3D engrave with a grayscale image, just the same thing you'd use with the fiber laser for oh my gosh, what's it called?
Depth map.
I'm getting sleepy. But anyway, Lightburn's 3D slice. So I use the same type of image, and then I just, instead of using 3D slice because that's not available with a diode, you use grayscale, and then that adjusts the power that it puts out according to the grayscale of each pixel. And then I think I ran 2 or 3 passes at the same power settings and got those results.
So Edward, yes, 5.5 watt, any laser, even a 1.5 watt diode will work on slate. How do you set the depth in Lightburn for Acacia? You have to run a material test. That's the only answer to that question. If anybody tells you differently or gives you settings, they're fooling with you.
Yep, you can have the same exact laser from the same exact manufacturer, and you can get two different results.
Yep. I get different results just on different batches, and sometimes even in the same batch.
It's hard to see, but that axe is gold in the negative space. Let me see if I can scan. Want to make it even more gold.
Oh yeah.
I got to pause that, or I'm gonna have a problem in a minute.
Is that coming through on screen?
Yeah, it is.
Gold and negative space.
If I would have opened the lid, it would have kept
I see
running.
about
but
5
not-
colors.
Yeah, you had something pop. You must have hit your cut layer first, Jerry, because you had some stuff
Yeah,
popping up out of there with the air.
yeah. I try to always cut last, engrave first, and I don't know why it was set up wrong. Well, it was set up wrong, so I didn't check it. I just imported it, didn't look the order of them.
Yeah, Orion Mototech is Ohmtech. Yeah. 50 watt laser. Gotcha. I had one of those 50 watts that I bought in 2022, I think it was. It was a good machine for the time that I used it for what it was.
I had a K40.
Hey,
It was fun, but too small.
Thank you, Pop Out.
The first fire axe I did with the 50 watt JPT, and I've done several axes with the 50 watt Rakus. There's no reason you can't do an axe full size with that 50 watt.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Patrick always does both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you buy a fiber laser, everybody has a garage full of stuff to engrave. You can engrave almost anything you got in your garage.
I was say left-handers have an engraved
Would
axe
the
too.
viewers like to see the fire axe that I did last week and gave as a gift? Because I can pull up some pictures of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a left.
Gwen, what is it that you're asking about on the We Create? If you're talking about what Patrick is doing, that axe, no, you can't.
Dog
But if
tag,
you tell us,
yes.
if you tell us what exactly which project, we got 3 projects going on right now. Dennis, new to Laser World was okay. Basswood is like a solid wood, and not always, but sometimes they use a very thin veneer on 2 sides and a filler in the middle. And Baltic birch is also a veneer, and they usually use an MDF core on that. But Baltic birch will give you a much, especially if you get like the AA Baltic birch, it'll give you a much nicer, more even engraving, just as good as the basswood. Both basswood and Baltic birch are going to give you really nice engravings because they don't interact with the grain as much as other woods.
All right, I'm going to pop this full screen.
Yes, Greg. Oh wow, that's pretty.
Oh wow.
I got red and the Maltese cross, and then the basic thing was to get this blue and gold on the back for West Virginia's blue and gold. But there you can see the red and the Maltese cross. Now the red changed shade at the hardening line. So where they hardened the edge of the blade, you can see right there where the hardening line was.
Is that, did you do a cleaning pass on there? Did you take the paint off first? Or is the red paint still
I did
on?
take the paint off.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, paint was off. And here's the blue and gold.
That's awesome. I like that one.
Make one up for your local fire department. Put your channel name and stuff on the handle.
Yep, I put his name on the handle. So I stripped the coating off of the handle, then torched it to bring out the grain, then ran it with the CO2 galvo. I did this in 2 different sections, but that was done with the CO2 galvo. Then there's backside.
Do you fix or lock the axe head prior to engraving?
Typically, I didn't today, but typically I will.
All the ones that he's
Use-
bumped, the answer is no.
Yeah, exactly. Put up police crimes tape up so you don't get anywhere close to it.
What I'll typically do is use one of the metal aluminum jig bars with thumb screws that are longer, and then put that over top of the handle, tighten down both thumb screws, and that locks it in place. And it's just the simple way to keep it from moving around. And if you're worried about that making an impression in the wood, then I just put normally a wooden business card underneath of that, and that keeps the impression from being made in the actual axe handle, and it'll just deform the wood business card.
Jack is being a wise guy.
Yeah. I'm going to pop my dog tags up for Pop. He said he missed them, so I'm going to pop them in real quick. Just so Pop can see them. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, back.
All right, now I'm going to let this thing run. Oh, you were asking about passes. Here we go. It's going to run for quite a while. So I'm going to do 20 engraved passes, then 5 cleans, then 20 engraves, then another 4 cleaning passes, and 20 more engraved passes, then another clean. And then at that point, I'm going to decide what to do with it. So here goes, about 100 passes, and this will finish up sometime later tonight.
I need a fiber laser.
I'm doing father figure. Love it. I'm doing another one that says it's not fat, it's pulling weight.
You're welcome, Eddie. Well,
I am on my fourth cutting board now, and you can see where the anomalies are in that bamboo. But that's okay. I think that's very unique with bamboo. Makes it look
Greg, I'm sorry, Rich. I thought you were done.
All right.
Greg, that axe that I just showed on screen, the blue and the gold and all that was not polished at all. That's exactly how it came off of the laser. I always try to finish up with passes that basically polish as well as give the color. So it's kind of an all-in-one, and then it comes off nice and shiny, and I have to do nothing to it.
I think Lightburn has automatic cleaning passes now.
In the 3D slice mode.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you still have to set it.
Steve is saying,
how
do you set your cleaning passes?
For doing a deeper engrave like this, I'll run 20 passes. I use multi layers in my cut layers, so my black layer right now, I'll just pop it up on screen. It'll be easier to see.
All you have to do is email Rolly Automation, support@rollyautomation.com. They'll get you another switch out right away. Jim is asking if I'm going to do a line after fill. No, I'm not on this bamboo tonight. I have the speed set slower than I'd like it, and I'm not doing the line after fill for sake of time. So, we have a 90-minute stream. We're almost at 90 minutes now, and I still have about 10 minutes left in this engraving.
So here's my engrave layer, and then here's cleaning pass. I run it faster, lower power, Now, keep in mind, this is a 120 watt. So these settings are way different than what I would use on my 50 watt. But it has 5 passes, starts with a 45-degree angle, and increases by 37 every time it runs one. I never use crosshatch. I always use angle increments that are an odd number. And I'm using the big 400 lens, so my line interval is 0.05. Then here's the engrave, same thing again, and then the clean again. And as long as your angles are set to auto rotate at odd angles, that's the main thing. If I were you doing a cleaning pass on my 60 watt, it'd be like speed of 3,000, power of 35, line interval, depending on the lens. Let's say it's a 200 lens, it'd probably be like 0.35.
That's what I run as a
I
point.
think that's it.
Sometimes I'll run a
Gwen
point.
is asking you to explain what a cleaning pass is.
Okay, so once you do an engraving, I'm just running fans now, but I normally use air assist, blowing a big stream of air right across the metal. But even doing that, you can have slag and dust and other buildup. And you can also have engraving lines. So what the cleaning pass does is cleans all that up. So it's meant to kick all that stuff out of the engraving. It's meant to make the surface smooth so that you don't see any engraving lines, especially if you've been running a flood fill, you might see lines. So it gets rid of all that and basically brings you to a nice, hopefully even, smooth surface to start the next engraving pass. That way, when you're running the cleans in between your engraves, you're keeping that surface even. So when you run that final engraving pass and your final cleaning, it's just nice and pretty and not all rough and jagged and dirty looking.
And Jim, I just checked that layer, and yes, it does have a line after fill. So it has been running line after fill. Good.
I run the cleaning pass on the steel before I do my photos too. It just kind of gets all those imperfections off and makes it a standard slate to burn the picture, so there's no issues.
Yep, Jeremy brings up a great point there. It is great for surface prep.
Yeah,
prep the metal and get it ready to do whatever you're going to do, especially photos.
Yeah, if you don't get the right plywood, or you can do all the tests you want, you're still going to end up with a hard spot where the glue is just excessive, or there's a void where the glue filled in. So, I mean,
or football.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, or football. You're just every once in a while you're going to hit that. It's part of the game. If anybody's interested in those Father's Day files that I ran on the dog tags, Rich, I just sent them to you.
Okay.
So you can put them up for people if they want to have some funny Father's Day stuff.
Patrick, Jeremy, do either of you have a video on your channel about running on making and running cleaning passes?
If you
but that's a great idea.
If you go through and look at some of my pictures, my photos on steel, I think I explained that a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be a good content.
I'm sure I've explained it within videos like Jeremy has.
Yeah,
but I don't have a standalone video on it.
See, there you go. I think that's what I'll do this week. I'll have
Patrick had multiple fiber lasers. He could do a video showing different lasers, different settings, and kind of get people.
By the way, if you guys are new here, Jeremy down there in the bottom corner is one of our newest hosts, and I've got his YouTube channel scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. We would appreciate it if you would support our channel and subscribe to Jeremy from HTL Customs.
That would be awesome.
I had Jerry's banner running for about 20 minutes earlier.
Thank you very much. Yep, subscribing is free.
Yep.
Every time I want to
here, don't forget,
I subscribe.
Don't forget all of our individual channels. Make sure you hit them all.
Yeah, if you don't like and subscribe, we don't get put out. I mean, we get a lot of people that watch our stream, probably more than any other, but still, we need the channel to get put out in the YouTube algorithm, and the more people that like and subscribe, the better it is for us, and more and better streams that we'll bring to you. And don't forget, folks, the files are on lasermakersrealm.com now. They're also under my video, Louisiana Hobby Guy. If you're watching from there, in the description, there is a direct link to the files that I am running, the Father's Day files. And you'll get the 4 cutting boards. I have them in a Lightburn art library, a regular Lightburn template, and I have the SVGs for all of them in one package. So you can get all 8 of the coasters and all 4 of the cutting boards all in one package in several different formats.
That's a nice package you have there, Rich.
My wife tells me that all the time.
I figured so.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Steve, thanks so much, Steve. Much appreciated. Remember, any donations to the channel, they go directly to supplies to bring these videos to you. Greg was right there. Huh?
That's what she says. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm cutting 3mm, Jim McCall.
My praying hands cross was 5¼ millimeters. And I think I'm going to do.
Wendy's yelling at us.
She's throwing the wrench. Better watch it.
The moderator
has spoken. I think. Well, in the video I did on the praying hands the other day, I showed on the Lasermatic how to actually cut wood down to size by using the pass-through. And I think this week I've got another piece of Luan in storage that I think is 48 inches. I think I'm going to do a large sign with the print and cut feature this week.
It's a good thing Wendy's here to keep us in line.
We'll put our back up.
Yeah. We appreciate Wendy.
That was Patrick's
keeping out the riffraff. Yeah, it's always my fault. I like to make.
Wendy's gonna have to get a not safe for YouTube sign and put it up here a minute.
Well, we don't curse on the channel like everybody else does. That I find
that's true.
Offensive. I think that might have been the only questionable thing that we've ever done on the LMR.
Yeah, everyone. That's still PG-13.
So I want you guys to look at the differences in these engravings. There you can see with the bamboo.
Yep,
with bamboo, in order to get the right settings, you got to go slow. Now I want you to look at this and look at this 64/44 speed setting that I've got here. That one right there. It's consistent all the way across.
Did you get this donation?
Yeah.
He got that one? Okay.
Yep.
We had another one pop up.
Yeah, Tony. I was just going to put Tony's up too. Thank you, Tony.
Sorry, Rich. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to thank Tony promptly.
But if you want to know what the trick to bamboo is, it's right there. Slow and hot. Slow and hot is how you get a perfect engraving on bamboo every single time. But if I used this setting tonight, we would have been here for 3 hours.
I was going to say you would have finished it up on the next live stream.
Yeah.
That material test, though, is the perfect example of how to do bamboo.
Yes.
Right there. There you go.
Yeah, slow and hot. And don't expect much out of these settings that I've got there, because, like I said, this was done in an effort to make it fit within this live stream. And you'll see that every one of them will come out differently. But by going slow and hot, they all come out uniform.
Jerry seems really wound up tonight.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wound up, talk, haha.
Is something grinding your gears?
Yeah.
Bring on the clock jokes.
David, the Lasermatic, once you get the shipping notification, it's usually about 5 days for the FedEx, and then for box number 1, which is the laser, and then usually another 2 or 3 days after that for box number 2. So, it's you have to wait for the shipping notification first. Once you get that, you're about 5 days out, 7 days total before you can get up and running.
Yeah, my diode laser's a secondhand.
Yeah, we're not going to go there with any more Lowe's flow. Yeah, okay. Now that you have the new XW, do you think you will go back to the earlier Lasermatic? I moved the other one into the office next door, so I'll be doing videos from there and videos from here. So I'll be using the 20 watt next door and the 30 watt over here. And I just got the 10 watt back. I had donated that to a charity and in the city of New Orleans. And then city of New Orleans, they have a craft show every weekend, and code inspector went and said, "Oh, you got to get a permit to use that every week." So they gave it back. But I don't know if I'll set that up or what I'll do with it. But I would gladly use the original Lasermatic 10. That was my favorite laser ever. But now I've got the 30 watt here and I've got the 20 watt next door. There's no reason for me to set it up. I'm going to find another place for that to go, another person to give that to, and take it from there. Another needy person. So in case you all don't know, I donate most of the lasers that I get. I have a bunch of them here, but I have to be careful about who I give them to, because some people that I give them to turn around and sell them. So, which I think is very unethical. If you get something for free, you should gift it to someone else if you're going to get rid of it. Do you use the same settings for different thickness materials for test cards? No, I use the library that I've got, and I take the setting that I would typically use, and I run a material card that will go below it and above it, and see what I get in the middle. If you order a laser order with signature required, mine was delivered 4 door down. Yeah. I think I saw that post you posted in the Facebook group too, I think, Dale. A couple people have had that happen. I've had it happen to me. I had an entire set of furniture delivered to the other end of the street. So I have my pizzas delivered to the other end of the street. Apple Maps takes people to the other end of the street, and they don't even verify the address.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you so much, Greg. Much appreciated. But Dale, you did get yours. I think you had to go collect it. But you can call the post office or FedEx and have them go back out and collect it for you.
See, Jason, that comment right there, he's a firefighter and a medic. The axe that I showed on screen that I did as the gift, that was for a high school student. He's already 18, so he is already a volunteer firefighter. And then he's going to go for further training, and what he wants to do is be a full-time paid firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that was exciting to do that axe for him and give it to him as a graduation gift.
And
I enjoyed
Jason,
that.
While we're on that topic.
So being a first responder is a highly commendable job. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Richie said he just got a Lasermatic today. So he's
Awesome.
getting it up and running.
Congratulations.
This is something that one of my viewers sent me. FFLM, firefighter laser medic. I was a, he says to my brother firefighter, yeah, I took the firefighter 1 class at LSU. I had to because I had to. And, I did all the testing and everything else. But I became a paramedic so that I could work at the local volunteer fire department, which I did for about 20 years as a first responder, ACLS. So that's advanced cardiac life support, which was another certification that I had to get. But I serviced the 3 neighborhoods around my area here at night. So that was before Jefferson Parish had advanced their EMS department. So now they've got more paramedics and they've got more ambulances, and they're everywhere at all times. So thank you for your service, Jason. Much appreciated, I'm sure, in your community.
Edwin has a question. Oh, there you go.
You killed my monitor.
Sorry, Brandon. I don't know how that would have happened.
Where did you get the axe? Oh, that's the wrong one.
I am going to pull that up right now. Any guesses? Any guesses? All right, here we go.
$40.
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight. Yeah.
I was
Harbor Freight, $29.99.
They got great deals on everything.
And that's the full 6 pound. I also did the fireman's hatchet last week. So that's what I showed earlier, is the fireman's hatchet.
Okay, so I'm going full screen here. And it is finished. Gotta go get them off the laser.
The fireman's hatchet is $19.99, and that's a 2 pound fireman hatchet. It has a very steep curve in it around the handle, so it's harder to do. It's more difficult to engrave than the 6 pound. The 6 pound doesn't have near as much curve to it. So I definitely had to use the 400 lens to do that all in one pass. That way I had enough focal depth available to me. The 6 pound, I could get by with the 300, but I already had the 400 on, so I went with that.
Did you take the paint off with the laser, or did you sand it off?
I actually used the 2000 watt laser cleaner to blast the paint off.
I was wondering if that's what you were using. I was going to ask you that at the beginning of the stream.
Now, in the past, I've just used, just let it sit in paint thinner, paint remover. You just put some in a plastic container or a plastic bag and put your axe in it and let it do the work for you.
Okay, so
See you, Eddie. Thanks for stopping by.
Here are my finished products. This is one, Grandpa.
That's nice.
I like it.
And number 2, and here's where you can really see the difference in the grain. This is all the same setting. See that in the middle?
Yep.
Still came out pretty good though.
Yeah.
I like the graphic.
This one did not so much.
Oh, that one's got some hard stuff in it.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, I had no control over the grain on this because I put them all in the same way too. So I did go with the grain on this, when typically I'll go against the grain. And this one here.
All those graphics are killer, Rich. Good job.
The purpose of this demonstration tonight was to show you how perfectly positioned these are on the boards with no jig other than what I had in Lightburn. So these are the 4 cutting boards here, and typically you would have to put down a jig, but what I did was I just used the tool paths that you see right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I created a tool path the exact size of one board, and then I just made an array of the 4 of them with no spacing, and I just dropped my graphics in. So this is something that you just can't do on other lasers. And I know that lots of people are going to contest that, but I'd like to see you do it live. I just did it live.
Black Shack, hello.
Put your
No.
photos. Put your
No,
photos
no,
on the
no,
Laser
no,
Makers Realm
no.
Facebook page.
Dave is a jig fanatic. Dave doesn't do anything without jigs. With a jig, you can do it on any laser, yes, but without a jig, it's kind of hard to do.
Nancy, if there's a photo you want us to see, you can post it to the Laser Makers Realm Facebook group. I posted a link in the chat, and then I can pull those up on screen for you.
V is saying she was going to suggest donating the 10 watt to Pop. I already sent Pop a 20 watt. Yeah, I have a Harbor Freight right around the corner from here. They're not the best tools in the world, but you can get, a lot of tools that'll work.
Yeah.
They do have name brand also, though, nowadays on some things.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate that.
Did you stop
Thank you, Eddie.
paint or delete? I think he did a cleaning pass, he said earlier, on the paint.
Yeah, he uses 2000 to initially do
Yeah, I
it.
used the big laser.
Jim
Rich, I
says he's
my
got some
grease
pictures
today.
in there ready for you to share.
Awesome. Yeah, I gotta catch up on
Sweet.
the comments.
Let me get them.
Yeah, Jeremy, I switched it now. It's doing all the engraving first. It'll cut out second.
But he posted a picture
There
of.
you go. It's a semi truck on
Okay.
steel.
Clock Shack had a great video come out today with his bees. Him and his wife are working on their bees, and it's a great video.
Tennessee Wood Signs, did the laser process create all? Yeah, because I did this project with the grain. So, and bamboo is famous for having a lot of dust. Wendy says she's read where people say rubbing used coffee grounds grinds in the wood helps to darken it and even them out. I don't know.
I haven't tried that.
Dave says, I can show you my secret one day. The MK2 can do much better. Well,
Yeah,
Dave,
Rick was running it fast and not his normal settings, so you might have missed that part.
Oh, your daughter. Okay, sorry.
Here is we got another donation. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Jim McCall. He posted a picture of a semi truck that he did on steel.
Nice.
That turned out really good. Yeah, very cool. All right, I'm going to get Nancy's membership so we can share her picture. Let me do that real quick. And
they said that was his daughter.
Yeah.
Have someone. What's a good price on a fiber laser? They're all different prices. They range from 1,400 to 14,000. Depends on the laser. Most fiber lasers are not discounted very much when they're sold used. Yeah. So in case you missed it, Dave, this is what I was showing earlier. If you run your settings down right about there, you get a solid black all the way across. I mean, you can pick and choose your color here, but I wasn't able to do that tonight because I did 4 cutting boards at one time. So it wouldn't have fit in the time restraints that we have here in the live stream.
And here is Nancy's acacia cutting board, the grill father. And she's got a spatula and fork there, the grill underneath, and then the name and script
Nice.
right there.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and
Very
the
nice
acacia
job.
is that's another wood that you have to do really slow and hot. But she got a nice.
That's very,
It looks like she got a nice burn out
Yep.
of that.
yeah, it looks consistent across all of it. Very nice. And then we had another post just now. Edwin Odette had posted a cutting board.
I like that one.
That's
Thank you,
funny.
B, for that donation.
Thank you very much.
I
Yeah,
do
we should
dishes
start
almost
doing
every
that.
day.
We should start putting up pictures from the LMR.
Yep, that's a really good idea. That's
Yeah,
why
Dave,
I'm
the
gonna
focus was
post that
raised.
in chat.
The focus was raised 2 millimeters on this.
So thanks for sharing those. If
Yes,
any more pop in, I will share them.
I just did a video on cleaning and lubing the Lasermatic. So it depends on how often you use it. Tonight I'll clean the lens on this before I go to bed because I did a project this morning and I did these 4 cutting boards tonight. My rule of thumb is it depends on what it is. That one came out perfect. Really nice.
Here's one from Greg Hertalt.
Yep. That's what happens when you go slow and hot.
Yeah, that looks
You get
really
a
nice.
engraving. Yep.
Very nice.
See, Greg's
But,
always posting on chat. I'll send you a friend of those.
I
don't mind.
usually don't
Big
ever go
friends.
more than 30 hours on the cleaning, clean and lube. And for the lens, I clean it at the end of every day. So I hope that answers that question. The more you clean the machine, the less problems you'll have in the long run. I've never replaced the lens. So that's the reason why, is because I usually clean the lens at the end of every day.
All right, we've got another new post. This one
Let's
is
see.
from the Plaque Shack.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that.
Thank
Thanks
you,
so
Rick.
much, Rick.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Much appreciated.
You guys are amazing. Appreciate the support so much. Nice job by Plaque Shack on his bamboo cutting boards. Thank you for sharing that. Let me get out of full screen.
Yeah, the beauty, Eddie, of the Lasermatic is that you don't need a framing square, but that's how I used to do it with a framing square. In fact, you'll see in some of my older videos where I tape it down to the honeycomb.
Ed, you made it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, with about 3 minutes left.
So hi,
Hey,
goodbye.
real quick. I have another post I want to share.
Okay, Greg, the Lasermatic is the best diode laser on the market, period, bar none.
This
What
is
is
from
that?
our very own HTL Customs. Look
Oh, come
at
on.
the stuff he made for his show.
Very nice.
He did a great job. Hey, this is worth sharing. Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, we had a pretty full table full of stuff. 3 tables actually.
It looks great. You've got a nice mix of products there. Good job.
Yeah, we did okay today. We had
You
about
should have
100.
I think if you had big price tags in the front, as people walk by, they're like, "Oh my God, I want that! I didn't realize it was so cheap or reasonable." Have big price tags.
Yeah, there's signage up and there's tags on some of it.
Okay.
Jason, I used the dielectric grease from CRC.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to share that, Jeremy. It looks amazing.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
thank you.
Siebert 504, Bert, $49.99 donation. Thank you so much. We
Wow,
really
thank you.
appreciate that.
Appreciate
What?
that.
Wow.
I use my 3D printer
Thank
grease,
you.
white lithium.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you guys, all of the donations, they go to buying supplies to do these videos for y'all. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you all being here. There's still 150 people with us tonight. Thanks so much for everybody being here.
That's cool.
Yep. We can never state enough how much we appreciate our viewers. Without viewers, we wouldn't have a live stream. So thank you so much for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pop, that buffering has got to be on your connection because there's no buffering going on here.
Yeah, I don't have any.
All right. So we
Jerry's-
are at 1 hour and 50 minutes. We need a video,
Jerry's
Jeremy, on the show.
changing hats.
Oh, you know what? Being that a lot of you people who booted my video.
Who
One of you
did
guys
what?
booted. One of you guys booted
I don't
my
know what
video.
you're talking about.
No, I didn't touch anything.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, being that a lot of you guys may not have been here, we are going to watch a quick video of Jeremy
Again?
again. And of course, now I have to go looking for it. I had it all loaded up in here before. All right, let's see. I'll find it. We'll do that before we leave tonight.
All right. While you're looking for that, I'm going to post everyone's channel links.
I already streamed for 3 hours today, so I don't need to play with your buttons. I'll let you guys handle it.
Well, I don't even
No
know
doubt.
if I can find it now.
Since we're going to all these different channels, let me get them all.
Well, he's looking for that. Greg.
Nope, I'm not looking for it anymore.
Oh.
All right,
We found it.
here we.
They wanted 800 for a cart that held more than 400 pounds with wheels big enough to roll over Rich's
Oh
truck.
yeah, yeah.
I
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I built that thing for less than less than 80
Right.
bucks.
Yeah, that was a good solid
I just kept thinking I should be hearing the Benny Hill theme song whenever I was watching it.
part. I was going to use the Benny Hill theme song, and then I thought about the copyright stuff. So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably get a strike.
yeah, so I got
10
that one
seconds.
instead. Good night,
Should
Rick.
have had the Three Stooges in the background.
Thank you, Tim. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 2 hours and 3 minutes. Last call for Q&A. Any final questions? These files that I did tonight are available at lasermakersrealm.com in the first blog post. If you want to be notified when we're going live, which is every 2 weeks on a Saturday night at 8:30 Eastern, you can sign up right there for the notification service. And the link to the zip file of all the files that I did tonight is also, if you're watching on my channel, it's in the description already. You can download that zip file. Let's take a last look at Patrick's.
It's quiet there. One,
Beautiful.
I'm trying to get the camera close, but not close enough to where I get it.
Yeah, it's hard to get a good
Beautiful.
angle.
Beautiful work.
But it's getting there. It's going to run for a few more hours. That'll
Cool.
be side one.
Thank you, B.
Thank you, V.
I'll update.
Take care, V.
Pay attention to the community tab, and I will post pictures in the community tab of this finished project for you. So you won't be left with a cliffhanger.
And
Yeah,
this
they
is what I
had
was
to-
working on.
They had to go ahead, Jerry. They had to pick
On
up
my
a
laser, this is what I was working on. I'm making the second one. This came off of Etsy. The file's anywhere from $6 to $9, and it's like 13 layers thick. So I'm making another one.
Wow.
I did a video over on 3DHP. So really cool.
and
Good night,
Jerry
people. Thanks
streams
for stopping.
every Saturday. Jerry, tell them when you stream, please.
I stream every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific on YouTube and Twitch. I have up to 10 makers at a time on screen with me, depending on who wants to drop in, and they talk about what they're working on, their projects, whether it's 3D printing, laser engraving, CNC work, resin printing, fiber lasers, a little bit of anything and everything, every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. And I've been doing that for a few years now.
Thank you, Wendy. So yeah, next live stream will be Saturday, June 15th.
Thanks, Nifa.
All right, let's see. Bought the file for the prayer cross and it burns every letter out. I adjusted my laser, but still no go. There's a video on the sales page that shows you everything that you need to know. If it's burning out the little pieces, then you're probably not focused right. I use a pressure washer, Rick, and Dawn,
That stuff.
Dawn Power Wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. I use Dawn Professional. I like it better than the Power Wash, but lots of people love the Power Wash.
Mm-hmm.
This
Soak it
is
in a shallow pan if you don't have a pressure washer, and use a garden hose to it when you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have one either. I just took
If
a
you're
big
using
soak,
the Dawn, you can use a garden hose. Yeah.
dipped mine, and just let it soak, and took a
Take it
long
to the car wash. Put some
Yeah.
quarters in the machine and blast it away.
That's a good idea, Jerry. I never thought of that. Take it to the car wash.
Yep.
One last
Dimitri,
question.
those
Difference between E and
non-E.
non-E
Yeah,
fobber.
if you have a JPT that has an E in it, so an E series, that stands for the economy series. Those are the made in China JPTs. The non-E is the just a regular series, and those are made outside of China. I can't remember where they're made. I need to look this up and remember it. But it was like Singapore or somewhere. But those have to be imported into China to put the machine together and then exported back out. So they end up costing a little bit more than the E series, the economy series. And typically the non-E series has a higher peak pulse than the E series. So it'd be a difference of 1.5 for the E series versus 2 for the non-E, depending on which model you're looking at. Sometimes
Yep.
they're the same.
Well, thank you, Bert, for being with us and for that donation tonight. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yes,
we look
thank
forward
you.
to having you back in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Non-E to OMJ MOPA M7.
Yep. So you got a 2 millijoule peak pulse.
Mm-hmm.
That is a non-E for sure.
Okay. Bert has the X-Tool M1 and the WeCreate 20 watt. I'm supposed to be getting the WeCreate 40 watt soon. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
So we are at almost 2 hours and 10 minutes, a lot longer than we wanted to go tonight. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's still here watching, and we will be. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Just one more special shout out, real quick. We can wait for this one. It's worth waiting for.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh.
This is from our own Wendy Phillips in PF Lasercraft. So she just has a display on her equestrian wood plaques and has custom text available. So you pick your design and then put the text on. Very cool.
Cool.
Very nice.
Well,
so I just wanted to get Wendy up there on the screen.
Dave, I actually sprained my back 2 days before Jeremy got here, so they did all the heavy lifting. So that was Jeremy and Jerry doing that. And it's done nothing but get worse since. You have the same problem with back surgery and everything. You got to be real careful after it's injured once. I have degenerative disc disease and scoliosis since I was a kid. So I've always had to be careful with my back. But yeah, I've sort of been down with back trouble since 2 days before Jeremy got here last week. Thank you for being here, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
And Jerry.
Thanks, guys.
Down below. I've been saying Jeremy and Jerry for the last week, and now I'm saying it again, Jeremy and Jerry.
I confuse Jeremy and Patrick all the time when I'm talking to them. I say the wrong name.
I've been talking before. It's no big deal.
I used to have a twin, my evil twin, and I killed him. So there's only me.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. We will see you again
Thank you, everyone.
in 2 weeks.